He definitely needs to resign. He should be ashamed of himself. He's a very poor leader.
I just think it's disgusting, and yeah, I want him to resign.
He was apologising for Mandelson deceiving him and us. He was almost playing the victim.
Tory MP asked him about why didn't you prosecute Mohammed Al-Fayed? And Keir Starmer's response, and this is all he said, was he stood up and said, "The case didn't cross my desk," and then sat down again. Those were his words. And I was gobsmacked hearing that. I was gobsmacked. Nothing more to say going, this is absolutely tragic what happened, we should be looking more into it. Nope, didn't cross my desk, not my problem. For politicians to be so brazen about their failure. Put it this way, I spent a long time in business, right? I've spent 12 years in business now. If I oversaw my team covering up something so high profile like that, I would be to blame for it. I would be roped in front of the board, and they'd say, how did you let this happen under your watch? This is your team, this is your department, and you have failed to hold your people accountable. I couldn't just say to them, sorry guys, didn't cross my desk. They'd go, what do you mean? You're negligent, you're ineffective, you are a poor leader. And now that man, Prime Minister, the person who is now shrugging his shoulders, didn't cross my desk. Jimmy Savile, didn't cross my desk. Oh, the 2 years, the post office scandal, didn't cross my desk. Oh, the 2 years, those grooming gang victims before that didn't cross my desk.
Hi everybody. Yeah, this bit of footage, right, is a few weeks old of Trump in one of his cabinet meetings. It's really strange because there's just been a few videos I've done about him in the last week or so about things and his health, for instance, how ill he really is. But when we get to these videos, all I see is that everything is superimposed in. Nothing seems real. When I do all this, all I do is either slow the footage down or stop it. I mean, considering we're now 2026 and they're saying how super duper advanced we are and everything they've got, the footage is such poor quality. It just is. And also, if you go and have a look at any of the cabinet meetings, just have a look at their jacket sleeves. They're all bizarre. They're all like this with lines all over them. And you look at someone's jacket, you're not looking at a bunch of lines. And that one looks like he's got padded arms or something. I don't know what it is with him, but I only took, obviously, a tiny bit of footage out of that video just to show you how ridiculous it all is, and that obviously Trump isn't there. None of them are there. And do you know what? I showed a picture of Trump the other day, and it could have been him in there. Yeah, I might make that one as well. He's in there. Maybe it's him as well, this one over here. That one. But anyway, we're going to play this video. What's your thoughts? I went to my feed today on one of my channels and I saw this video, so randomly just picked the video and now we're going to watch a little bit. Probably not much has changed. I've just done a video of Trump kind of like this. Obviously this was what, the 80s? Challenger. And she hasn't got a face. How can that be? Well, that's because she's not really there. They're all superimposed in. Yeah, see, they've got black eyes. Black eyes. You shouldn't have black eyes. Plus superimposed. I mean, look at that. I think they've all got black eyes. Look at him. Does that look like a real person or something? Like a photograph, flat. And his hand. Look at his fingers through the glass. So you've got 3 fingers showing. So one of his fingers isn't there. But anyway, we're just looking because it doesn't quite look right. We're going back because his hands don't look right. His hands don't look right. Look at that hand. Have you ever seen anybody with a hand like that and then look at his fingers through the glass? Look at that. Look at that. One of his fingers is gone. Well, anyway, that's all bananas, isn't it? I always have problems recording and that, but you know, sometimes it's just through the video having a problem, it just stops at a perfect bit. Look at that. It's got numbers in it. It's like a 5. What's that? 25. Well, every time you look at it, it could be an 8. Every time, or a 6. Every time you look at it, it changes. That's how, I just don't know how they do that, but they do. But those hands are very. This one, look at that. Do anybody know anybody with a hand like that? And then, yeah, her arm through the glass. What angle are it at? And then he right there, he's topping everything. The black lines. So this has been touched up, added, whatever they have to do. Yeah, and she doesn't look very good either, does she, with the black line? Well, this is very strange because he doesn't have a hand and there's something wrong with that hand and they just don't look right, do they? That's what I see when you just slow the footage down. The Challenger crew. Well, anyway, I think that's a bit bizarre. The hand there, he's got no hand. Yeah, it's still not really got, well, he's only got a bit of a hand and he hasn't really got a hand there. And these are the things you see. Yeah, his hands are coming back now. It's all bizarre. I think we see a straight bit here and there. Look, like so, his body's gone from having an arm to being cut off there. Let's move it on a little bit. She hasn't got a face. These are all strange, but go on a bit because scoot into the lift. And these are come. See, I thought, what's that? He went so quick. Maybe I was whizzing it, but you could see that he wasn't right. So he's added that man because it just wouldn't be quite like that. He's added. Look at that. Look at that. Where's his face gone then? He's changed again. So they just picked some faces probably and said they were on the Challenger and then it blew up. So he's a bit, and then the next few getting on. I mean, look at that man there. He doesn't look very happy, does he? That one. He's got that. Oh, where is he? He doesn't look very happy. He's another one sort of all sketchy. Why is he like that? They're just things you notice with the lines. Oh, that was a bit strange. Just there with them. Yeah, that's a bit strange there. Doors closing, but I think we go back a little. Oh yes, now we're moving on. That's all. This is all strange because they're all added. Look at that. It's got a funny face there. Yes. All strange footage. All strange footage. To be honest, they're supposedly risking their lives and going up in this thing. They have a bit of a sort of weird walk there. You'd think they'd be all decontaminated and whatever it is, but this is the walk to that thing. I mean, when I look at that, why would you have that rocket so close to the fire, booming out those things? Why would you have that thing so close to it? I mean, you can't say that that thing wouldn't be really hot. Yeah, the whole thing blew up, completely blew into little pieces. There's quite a lot of thing there, wasn't there? I just can't see that that's good, being so close to the flames coming out of, you know, the rocket. And anyway, why would you be using rockets today with all the technology they've got? I know this was the 80s, but they had it then. Why would you be using rockets? And then here we go, here's the explosion to smithereens. It's coming. That's it. You're watching it, and the next minute it's exploding like that in front of your eyes, like they've got a perfect shot on the explosion. Yeah, that's it. Look at that utter destruction. It's a face there. Look at that. Anyway, yeah, and then it's smithereens. That's it. Anyway, that's what I saw in that video.